Hello, my dear Libras, and welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I'm going to go over first the spread and how we're going to be maneuvering through this reading together. This is the medicine wheel spread, but I have made changes to it, so it follows the spread from this orange deck here. And this is what the deck looks like. So I'm just giving a big thanks to Jamie Sands and the Sacred Path cards for being my first deck and for inspiring this spread. I have brought more energies in and more card decks through. So I have just really renovated it to make it my own. So let's go ahead and start here with the Native American deck. We're going to start in the past, which is the ability to respond. So the interest in the next 7 generations and in protecting Earth, and this has a lot to do with social responsibility and responding to outer influences around us. Then we have your mental and cognitive space here, and you are looking to succeed. You are ready to take home a victory. You are calling upon your higher sources and you are seeing manifestations happen. You're seeing that you are capable, and now you're moving farther and farther into awakening that process. Then we have this upper quadrant here, which is the messages from the spirit realm, and we have the buffalo calf pipe. This is a very massively influential item for the Lakota people and others as well. It's part of the Lakota creation story. So it's dated back to the existence of man. And the story is that a woman came forward with this pipe and she was here to assist humanity. And one of the men that she appeared to just wanted to, have a romantic eyes for her. And so she destroyed him. And the other one was curious about why she's here and wanted to listen to her. And so she bestowed upon him this buffalo calf pipe because she was a buffalo calf woman. So she was in the white cloth of a white buffalo, which symbolizes abundance. And her story is that there will be a new world of peace and the third generation of the white settlers and of the since the days that the buffaloes were all slaughtered and all of those things, the third generation after that destruction would change the minds of their forefathers and wear beads in their hair and colors on their skin, and they will make the world green again. So this is an actual item that does exist today, and it has been passed down for generations since the first man, if you believe the Lakota teachings, and it's held by Chief Arvel Looking Horse, who has signed the card here. I've listened to him speak, and I've gotten some pictures with him. So, just a very influential person, somebody to look up. It's Chief Arvel Looking Horse. He has a lot of YouTube videos and resources as well. I believe he's written books. Very influential person and definitely worth looking into. And then as we move into your future and where you're going and your action step, we have this moon lodge here. And it's interesting, these cards continue to come out for each sign. So just in different positions. So it's interesting because I'm shuffling the cards and they just continue to pop out. Some of them flying out. So excuse me. This is about a retreat of the mind, going into yourself and having this deep reflection of who you are and why you're here. And it's quite a feminine nature as well. The moon lodge was for the women as they had their moon time, so that time of month, and they would just support each other and just be and go through this creative experience and go through healing experiences. So something that's really calling to you and calling your attention now. We'll move into the center here. And we have Grace here, which is interesting. Libra, we're in Libra now. We did Virgo, just had this one as well here. And excuse me, it's a new beginning. This is about a graceful approach to a new dawn. So, we have like the cherry blossoms here coming from this stone behind this woman. She's well dressed. It's springtime. Things are new. Things are blossoming. And she just seems very much at peace here. She has like a bird up above her hand. So it's this peaceful union, this peaceful moment in time. Now we'll move forward to the Lenormand here, which is read like a sentence. We have the sun, the fox, the ship, the Coffin, and the Tower. Okay, so I do have a tendency to flip my cards right side up. So these could very well just be reversed because I shuffled them upside right and they came on the table upside down. So we're not going to pay too much attention to the reversals. A lot of my cards do not have reversal meanings, so I tend to flip them. So please bear with me. But we do start with the Sun here, which is this positivity, this new beginning. And then we're looking upon it with kind of this, kind of a nostalgic, a little bit fear-based, a little bit of lack. There's a little bit of a looking back and not really seeing things at face value. Like not everything is black and white. Some things have depth to them, and we're really diving into that meaning. Where this is strategy, this is cunning, a deeper understanding. This is cognitive ability to discern. And then we are moved here with the Ship, which is forward movement, quick movement. The Coffin here, which is of course a Death card, which is just about transformation. It's about going within and finding that power that lies within you. It's about realizing that you are alive and you do have the opportunities to change, and to change on a very huge and monumental level. So it's really recognizing the parts within you that are worth celebrating. And, you know, in ancient times, medieval times, when people would come back from war, they would actually lie in their coffin. And so they are able to experience waking up in that coffin. So it's really a card of gratitude, but also of transformation, right? I mean, just imagine waking up for the very first time, or waking up and feeling like, wow, I get to stay here, right? And then it leads us here to this Empire card. This is the Tower card, but in the Lenormand, which is a 36 card deck that's very straight and narrow, the Tower card is more about your career, your stability, your home, and security as well. And there's this Empire aspect to you and to your surroundings, and giving so much power in a good way, like a really good stability here, because you do have generations of trust and faith that's been put upon you. So let's move forward here with how we can best connect with your higher sources. We have that beautiful prophecy there crowning your whole reading and reminding you that you play a big part in this transformation. You have a lot to offer and a lot to give. And so we have the Cauldron. Excuse me, I'm getting a little hoarse from doing the readings, but this is about inner alchemy, mastery, spiritual renewal, consecrate, contain, rejuvenation, and discerning wisdom. So I love this card because it's about holding on tightly to the things that matter most and letting the other things go. So it's about self-restraint, but in a way that creates wisdom, right? It's like, I understand how much I need to hold for myself before I can serve from an empty cup. So it's interesting there. I feel like your health and your well-being is ready to come forward. And this self-mastery that says, I know what my limits are, I know what I am guided by, I know where I am headed, and I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do or how to do it. There is that little bit of putting your foot down a little bit and saying, this is my life, to be able to go and do the things I want, and to hell with the rest of, you know, the ideas and the other people's opinions. They're just little intersecting here. So the momentum that fuels you is ecstasy. And this is a beautiful card of celebration and dancing. And it's a coming together and celebrating your strength and your ability to perceive and your ability to find that deeper passion and joy and the reason for getting up in the morning. You know, we have this sort of ritual going on here, but more than anything, she's just excited to just be. And it's about time to do that. If you actually look here, even the arms and the position of the arms is in a very similar space. So let's see, there we go. Yeah, there's a celebration happening. Like, you have earned the right to boast a little bit, or to, you know, make yourself known. And that is fueling you as you follow your dream. You're following something very significant. And this pole star is very influential right now because for the first time since the day that Christ was born, the Jesus of Nazareth, we are going to have a star in the night sky that is actually Saturn and Jupiter conjunct and aligning perfectly to where to the naked eye from Earth, it looks like one star shining brightly. So it's going to be a very influential transit that's happening because all the planets do have their own pull and their own gravity. So as we're affected by those and as we are moving through the world and feeling this gravitational pull to the other sources, we're going to feel this guide, this you know, kind of aspect of Christ consciousness, if you will, guiding us forward and letting us know that we are guided and that we are propelled forward by something larger than ourselves. So, excuse me, I've got quite the frog in my throat today. Okay, so we're going to move forward here with your mindset and your goals and where to be focused. Okay, we have the spirit of place here. So this is a little bit funny because of the year we've had, right? Where it's like talking about your home sanctuary and your sacred space and the space where you go to manifest and create. It's like having that altar or that power place that makes you feel like you, and you just are able to really jive with your own energy and finding that energy and celebrating that. I mean, I love the greens here and this like fairy type feel that's very conducive to this new creative energy, this new beginning that's coming forward for you. So you're realizing your manifestation power, you're realizing where you are headed and how you are going about it. So a very gorgeous reminder there of what to focus on as you move through your goals and towards your goals, which is to really remember that your sanctuary, your inner peace, your peace within you, which is really this message here of inner peace, and containing that and feeling like this is mine and mine alone. Wow, we have security here as well. Kind of this cave dwelling with the writing on the wall of the mammoth and the fire here, and then we have the stars up above it. So you may be feeling very called to the stars and doing some sort of journeying or meditation that helps you to better understand your higher self and your higher sources. So I definitely feel that you're being called to do sort of that clarity work, as these are very similar. I mean, just kind of walking into the unknown, but also feeling very safe as you go about that journey. So it's very new, and this is a new, you know, the astrologers are calling it the age of Aquarius. Like I said, Christians have like this second coming idea. It's all happening, and it's all, you know, based upon even ancient Mayan calendars are based upon this date. If we hadn't have adopted the Georgian calendar in 1500, we actually would be in the year 2012 right now. So all of these prophecies are coming together and saying, let's lead the people to a greater understanding of what stability and security and sanctuary really are, and help with this transformation that we are all really endeavoring, if that's a word, we are all endeavoring on together. So let's move into what you are ready to express and what you're ready to move forward with on your sleeve. This is all about your outward expression, who you are to the world, and what you radiate. And we have this dance, a repeat here of the ecstasy card. It says, find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody, close your eyes and let joy lead the way. I love that. And we have the frog here, which is about cleansing. We have the transformation card here as well. So lots of this cleansing energy, a detox energy, and really just coming back to what makes you excited, what gets you out of bed in the morning and feeling rejuvenated and just ready to rock and roll. This sun card is here as well, saying that there's really a lot to, I want to say a lot to be grateful for, but I mean, of course there is, but it's also an aspect of trust and belief in the process that is being laid out before you. So let's go through and see if there's anything to be released and what is, up until now, what has been suppressed or feeling a little bit low. Wow, so we have communication with the universe or with source. Okay, so again, feeling that pull to the stars and feeling that ability to journey and go into the dream time or go into meditation and see your spirit guides one-on-one and be able to see them come forward for you and say, this is the way and it's okay, and feel sort of nurtured by that growth and by that direction, because is there anything more valuable in this day and age than direction? So I truly believe you're being called by your higher sources to really dive in to that forward thinking, to that work of going beyond the veil. And some people call it that, some people say beyond the other worlds, or ether, spirit, source, whatever it is that is your choosing for how you believe. It's definitely calling for you to have you come and sort of visit and visit with them and get those divine messages received. So when I think of that, I think of Akashic Records, because this is very much what my Akashic Records look like. And it's really another realm where your soul contracts live and where your spirit guides are as well, where you can get your questions answered and you feel this spirit of place, this security, this home, and you're able to go to it with all of these meditations that are there. And it's just one of the most powerful things that I can possibly imagine and possibly put into words. So if you're interested in that, the link is down below. I do teach and certify in the Akashic Records, and you'd be a practitioner to also share and teach. So let me know if you're interested in that. So we had 3 come out here as I shuffled, and this is part of the momentum that's driving you forward. These are aspects of you that are coming forward, and what we have is the balance between emotion and intellect. And there's something so profound about this, because I mean, this is just 2020 in a nutshell, but also these aspects of you, Libra, that this is a part of who you are, is this balance, and you are the scales. That's a representation of you. So it's balancing fire and water, the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang, and emotions and intellect. So it really is a matter of looking deep into your soul and saying, where is my emotional guidance system leading me, and how can I trust that? And honestly, trust it above all things, if you ask me. And make decisions based upon that. And here we have this decision maker here. He is an air sign, the 8 of air. Oops, I have a hair. And he has these chakras aligned. He has the 3rd eye open, but he has a decision that's literally causing him to bleed. He can't think of the answer, so therefore he's staying still, right? And it's a very interesting sort of containment of saying, am I going to stay or am I going to go? And the universal message here, this one came out with those, which is this fire side of you that says, like, I am the lion, hear me roar, and stay out of my way. I'll get the things that I need. And it's not a matter of survival, but it's a matter of creation and creativity and fire and innovation. This is what's leading you, Libra, to where you're headed and where you're going. And this is that aspect of you that's going to help you move forward through this, because there's a part of you that is very grounded as of late and feeling extremely within yourself and wanting to find more of that fire, more of that, I'll put it here with the sun because they go quite close together. So let's check out the bottom of the deck here. Here we have change. This is you are transforming, let go of the past, embrace the light and joy of this new day. So there's a lot guiding you here. And you're becoming something new. You are embracing this new change. You are really seeing things from a new perspective of starting anew, of planting a new garden, and then, understanding that the sun does rise for another day, and you invoke this trust that does say, I've planted my seeds. I know that the spring is coming. I have nothing to fear. It's going to be okay. And that tends to be quite hard, especially if we don't have the grounding work or that communication with our higher sources that says, okay, here's my creative flow, here's what it is that I am manifesting, and here's my grounding work that is keeping me here and humbled and steady as I go about this transformation process. On this one here, we have the Field of Dreams. This is like the gentle gardener set again, which is very cool. But this is hatching new eggs. These are like fairies coming out of eggs, which is kind of silly, but it's a very perfect expression of the reading as a whole. You really are becoming and you are understanding brand new concepts that you really haven't paid homage to before. On the bottom here, we have nurture. This is you, I think, because we have this beautiful bright energy. We have this grounded energy, but also she's playing the flute, so it incorporates the element of air. She has, her horse here, she has butterflies here, and there's sacred symbols on the limbs. I mean, there's just so much magic here and so much to draw upon. And I love that the word here is nurture, because she really is drawing upon those elements and bringing them into herself and saying, I have the ability to create worlds. I have the creative aspect of self that can create new things, that can bring about new energy. The only thing that it takes is some action and forward movement, and trust that everything is working out in your favor, because it really does seem here that it is. So I have to grab all my mini decks here. We have the Blasted Oak here, and this is a conjunction or a conglomeration of the Tower card and the Hermit, not the Hermit, the Hanging Man. So maybe the Hermit is particular to you, because we do have the Moon Lodge here, which is going within. We do have the Inner Peace here and the Cauldron going within. So the Hermit is fitting. But so is the Hangman, because there's a new perspective here on what it is you're creating, on how you're approaching it. And the universe is here to say, if you don't take action, I will. And that is the lesson of both the Hangman and the Tower card. The Tower says, if you wait and wait, I will put a lightning bolt here so that you have to jump and you have to move. And the Hangman is you lollygagged for so long that you got caught in a trap, and so now you are hanged upside down so you can see a new perspective. Either way, it's kind of being pushed and pulled into this change and into this new situation at hand. And now we have here this mosaic, which is let chance play its creative role in your life. And I really love the synchronicity here with the purple. It just reminds me so much of the crown chakra and that third eye chakra, opening and becoming. And it's really this really beautiful air element, which is you, Libra. So you're drawing upon the natural sources of earth. It's kind of like this here. She is part of the earth's leaves and mulch and forest floor. And on here, we're taking that nutrients and we are allowing that to play a part in our life, to really rejuvenate us with this moon launch here, and then really make us feel totally and completely secure, and helping us to trust completely that we are on the right path, that we are moving in the direction of our dreams, and to stop second guessing ourselves. And I think the way to do that would be to study, to go about this and look at what it is that that really ignites your soul, that really builds that foundation for you, so that you can feel that grounded energy, so you can respond without worry of what other people think. Because I do think there are some elements here of other people that are just kind of sort of laying you down. Like, it's an interesting feeling, but you're a little bit bogged down, you're a little bit in the mud, but that is where all the fertilizer is. And that is the nature of this reading, which is to find that fertilizer, nurture yourself, find what it is that gets you out of bed in the morning, and trust that above all things. Trust that emotional pull a little bit more than the intellect, because this here is the aspect of you that is coming forward now to help aid you, because it does seem that you have some very significant choices to make, Libra. And I think it's going to take a lot out of you, where you're like, I don't have the energy, I don't have the stamina. But you do. You do, because you've been practicing this a long time with the inner peace card. It's just time to communicate with your higher sources. So the Akashic Records is something that I cannot recommend enough. It's just the most magical thing I've ever experienced, and I do hope to see you there. I hope this reading resonated with you, Libra. If it does, leave me a comment, and of course, like and subscribe as well. I am so happy to have this reading done for you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful time, a wonderful week this week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.